What are human rights? Space tourism, lab-grown meat, digital interconnectedness worldwide. In many ways, there's a constant stream of news on today's great progress and new achievements. Nevertheless, there are still areas that need further improvement, including respect for human rights. This issue is not limited to individual countries and is also not solely the responsibility of governments. Companies too, ours included, have a duty to uphold human rights. But what are human rights? Human rights are fundamental rights and freedoms to which we are all entitled. They include the right to freedom and security, the right to equality before the law, and the right to fair working conditions. These rights are enshrined in various international agreements. The foundation was laid by the adoption of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights was adopted by the United Nations General Assembly on December 10, 1948. To this day, it serves as the framework for all other national and international agreements and laws. The date of its adoption has since been commemorated annually as International Human Rights Day. The topic remains as relevant today as it was back then, as human rights violations can occur in any part of the world. For example, you may be surprised to learn some 150 million children around the world are still made to work, the International Labor Organization estimates. Many of these child workers labor under very dangerous conditions. The example of child labor falls under the category of human rights violations that are considered particularly severe. Others include lack of workplace safety, disregard for freedom of association, unfair compensation, biased treatment or discrimination, misuse of individuals' personal data or confidential information, environmental pollution, forced displacement or seizure of land or water resources, use of force by private or public security forces. Thus, ensuring human rights are upheld is also the responsibility of companies. What are we doing to uphold human rights? As a global healthcare company, we view the upholding of human rights as an integral part of our corporate responsibility. The provision of medical care to patients and ensuring our employees' well-being are key fields of action in our human rights due diligence obligation. We have also enshrined these principles in our Human Rights Statement. Have you read our Human Rights Statement? Full details can be found in the show notes.